Yeah, children. So D is the midpoint of BC. So what do we have? X2 plus X3 by 2 is equal to 3 and Y2 plus Y3 by 2 is equal to 4. So you have X2 plus X3 is equal to 6 and Y2 plus Y3 is equal to 8. Then E is the midpoint of AC. So we have X1 plus X3 by 2 is equal to 4 and Y1 plus X1 plus X3, yeah. Y1 plus Y3 by 2 is equal to 6. So we have X1 plus X3 is equal to 8 and Y1 plus Y3 is equal to 12. Now, we need to write the X equations one below the other. Okay, the X equations. What do we have? X1 plus X2 is 10. X1 plus X2 is equal to 10. Then we have X2, X3 is 6. X2, X3 is 6. And then X1, X3 is 8. X1, X3 is 8. Also, we have Y1, Y2 is 14. Y2, Y3 is 8. Y1, Y3 is 12. Okay, now add these equations. So you'll get 2x1 plus 2x2 plus 2x3 is equal to, is it 24? Yeah. And then 2y1 plus 2y2 plus 2y3 is equal to 34. Take out 2 common. Okay, so x1 plus x2 plus x3 is equal to 24. So we have x1 plus x2 plus x3 is equal to 24 by 2, which is 12. Similarly here, 2 of y1 plus y2 plus y3 is equal to 34. So we have y1 plus y2 plus y3 is equal to 34 by 2, which is 17. Correct? Now substitute. What is x1 plus x2? 10. So 10 plus x3 is equal to 12. So what is x3 then? 2. You can substitute anything. See, not that you should substitute only for x1 plus x2. You also know x2 plus x3 is 6, right? So you can substitute that also, and then you will get x1. Anything. So in the same way here, you can maybe substitute y2 plus y3. So y1 plus, what is y2 plus y3? 8 is equal to 17. So you get y1 is equal to 17 minus 8, which is 9. Now having got x3, you can substitute x3 here. Where will you substitute? Now we know that x1 plus x3 is equal to 8. So x1 plus, what is x3? 2 is equal to 8. x1 is equal to 6. Now you can substitute in x2 plus x3. x2 plus x3 is equal to 6. x2 plus x3 is 2 is equal to 6. So x3 is x2 is equal to 4. Like this, find the others. Y1 we got, find y2 and y3. And then to get the coordinates of A, B, and C, put x1, y1 together. That is A. Put x2, y2 together. That's B. And put x3, y3 together. That's C. Yeah. Yeah. X1, y1, 6, 9. X2, y2. 3, y3. 6, 9, 4, 5, 2, 3. 6, 9, 4, 5, 2, 3. Yeah. Got it? Finished? Finished, Arjun? And Sashank? Done, online students?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, try this one. Find the coordinates of the points which divide the line segment joining A and B into 4 equal parts. Four equal parts. So then you need 3 points on it. In the same way, we can find R. R is the midpoint of QB. R is the midpoint of QB. Children? Okay. So if a line segment is divided into 4 equal parts, then you need to take 3 points on it. Okay, so let the points P, Q, and R divide the line segment AB into 4 equal parts. So the 4 equal parts are AP, PQ, QR, and RB. And since equal parts, the ratio will be 1:1:1:1:1. Now, what is this? How much is the AQ? 2 parts. And how much is QB? 2 parts. AQ is 1+1, 2 parts. QB is also 1+1, 2 parts. That means 2:2, which is 1:1. So that means Q is the midpoint of AB. Q is the midpoint of AB. Why Q is the midpoint of AB? Because AQ is 2 parts and QB is 2 parts. Both the parts are equal. AQ 2 parts, QB 2 parts. So that means Q is a midpoint. So you can find the coordinates of Q using the midpoint formula. x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. x1 plus x2 by 2 will give you the x coordinate of the midpoint. y1 plus y2 by 2 will give you the y coordinate of the midpoint. And which one or which are x1, y1, x2, y2? The endpoints of the line segment. You are saying that Q is the midpoint of some line segment. No, that the endpoints of that line segment. Hello? Yes. Yeah, children. All right. Yeah, in the same way. So after finding Q, how can you find P? P is the midpoint of AQ. Take the line segment AQ. P is the midpoint of AQ. Why? Because AP is, how much is AP? One part. How much is AP? AP is one part. How much is PQ? One part. AP is one part. PQ is one part. That means P is the midpoint of AQ. So take only that portion of the line segment AQ, not the whole thing AB, AQ. Security, huh? He's calling. No, come here and no. No, I don't get you. Come here. Oh, it was not for you, is it? Okay, please wait. Okay, so P is the midpoint of AQ. So now, if you to find the coordinates of P, you'll have to use the coordinates of A and Q, not A and B, A and Q, because P is the midpoint of AQ. So you should write the coordinates of A, coordinates of Q, which you just found, use them as x1, y1, x2, y2, and find the coordinates of P. In the same way, R is the midpoint of QB. So since R is the midpoint of QB, the coordinates of Q will be x1, y1. The coordinates of B will be x2, y2. And the x coordinate of R is x1 plus x2 by 2. And the y coordinate of R is y1 plus y2 by 2. Correct? None, children? Online students? Finish this one?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
okay.
ma'am.
Yeah. The test, we have some 2 more answers to discuss, right? Last class test, the last 2 we didn't finish. Okay. Anyways, we'll take this next question. We'll come to the test later, children, because some of us here have not did not attend last class. So maybe I'll send the answers to the. Okay, see what I'm talking about is what I'm talking about is the test we took up in the last class. I shared up, I think, about 8 questions. We discussed the answers to 6 of them, if I'm right. We discussed the answers to 6 of them. The last 2 we didn't have time. I'll share the answers on WhatsApp. You can complete it and check it yourself. Yeah. So this is the next question. Find the centroid of triangle ABC. Find the centroid. Now, write down what is a centroid? Point where? All the vertices. That's a centroid. All right. So what is centroid? Just make a note of that. So the point of concurrence. The point of concurrence of the 3 medians. Of the 3 medians in a triangle is called the centroid. So triangle ABC, mark the midpoint of BC, mark the midpoint of BC, D. So what is AD? AD is the median. AD is the median on BC because D is the midpoint of BC. D is the midpoint of BC. So if you join AD, AD is the median on BC. Median is a line segment from the vertex to the midpoint of the opposite side. Median is a line segment from the vertex to the midpoint of the opposite side. The median need not be perpendicular to the opposite side. The altitude is perpendicular to the opposite side. Median need not be perpendicular. Median meets the opposite side at its midpoint. Let E be the midpoint of AC. So if you join BE, BE is the median on AC. Okay, so if F is the midpoint of AB, and if you connect CF, CF will be the median on the side AB. Now the medians AD, BE, and CF, they will always be concurrent. That means they'll pass through the same point. They're always concurrent. In any triangle, the medians are concurrent. That means they'll pass through the same point. The point of concurrency is called the centroid. The point of concurrency is called the centroid, which is normally represented by the letter G. Normally, to represent the point, which is a centroid, we use the capital letter G. See, point of intersection is the point where two lines meet. When more than two lines or when more than two line segments meet, pass through the same point, it's not called the point of intersection, it's called the point of concurrence. See, here in this figure, O is the point of intersection. But now O is the point of concurrence. Now O is the point of concurrence. So from now on, O will only be the point of concurrence. When exactly two lines or line segments meet, then we say it's the point of intersection. When more than two lines pass through the same point, it's called the point of concurrence. So that's why we say G is the, we don't say G is the point of intersection, G is the point of concurrence. Okay, so AD, BE, and CF are the medians of the triangle, and we see that they pass through the same point, which is called the point of concurrency, also known as the centroid of the triangle. Now, there's a very important property of the centroid in a triangle. The centroid divides the median in the ratio 2:1. Okay, so that means AG is to GD is equal to 2:1. BG is to GE will be 2:1. CG is to GF is equal to 2:1. See here. AD is the median, right? AD is the median, correct? Do you have G on AD? G will lie on all the medians. The point G will lie on all the medians. Now look at the median AD and the point G on it. So G divides the median AD in some ratio, right? That ratio will always be 2:1. Point G lies on AD. That means it will divide AD in some specific ratio. That ratio is always 2:1. Now, which is two parts, which is one part? From the vertex to the centroid is two parts. From the centroid to the midpoint of the opposite side is one part. Don't extend that. From the vertex to the centroid, two parts. From the centroid to the midpoint of the opposite side, one part. So now look at the other median, BE. BE is the other median, and G lies on BE, the median BE. BG is two parts. GE is one part. From the vertex to the centroid, BG two parts, GE one part. So in the same way, median CF, G lies on CF, G lies on all the three medians. So G lies on CF, and it divides CF in the ratio 2:1. CG is two parts, and GF is one part. So that means the centroid divides the medians in the ratio 2:1. So you can find the coordinates of the centroid using the section formula. You can find the coordinates of the centroid using the section formula. Yes or no? Now answer the question. There is a formula. There is a formula to find the coordinates of the centroid. But now I'm not telling you the formula. We'll do that the other procedure. And then we'll also see the formula. Formula you can use for MCQs. If it's not MCQ, if it is 2 or 3 marks, you have to use that lengthy procedure. You should not use the formula. Formula can be used only for MCQs. So now we have to find the coordinates of the centroid. How can we do that? You can find the, okay, 1 minute. Let me just draw the figure. Supposing you want to find the coordinates of G using the median AD. Take any one of the 3 medians. You don't have to show all the medians. Take any one of the 3 medians. Take any one of the 3 medians. Mark the centroid on it, G. So what's the ratio? 2:1, right? 2:1 is the ratio, correct? Now to find the coordinates of G, where does G lie? G lies on AD. So you need the coordinates of A and D. You need the coordinates of A and D because G lies on AD. G lies on AD. And G divides AD in the ratio 2:1. You need to find the coordinates of G. You need the coordinates of A and D. A we already have in the question. How do you find D? D is the midpoint of BC. So find the coordinates of D, use a section formula, and find the coordinates of the center. Now don't write the question, children. First take down this little note about centroid. Please write this. I'll clear the screen and then we can answer the question. Please take down this about the centroid. Make a note of this and then take down the question and find the centroid, meaning find the coordinates of the centroid. Find the centroid, meaning find the coordinates of the centroid. To find the coordinates of the centroid, take the help of any one of the 3 medians. Take any median, any one, and find the coordinates. That's right, children? The children, you might have tried it and got the answer, but if your presentation is, if you feel you could have presented it better, please take down this working. You might have worked it. If you feel the presentation is better than what you see on the screen, very good. Very good. You can just leave it. Otherwise, if you feel you've not presented it properly, please take down this working. Please check for my calculations. I'm right everywhere. You got the same thing? Yeah. Louder. One minute. Let G be, I've written the points correctly. -3, 0, 5, -2, -8, 5. Let G be the center. Okay, D is the midpoint of BC. So D is given by 5 - 8 by 2 and -2 + 5 by 2, -3 by 2, 3 by 2. Then AD, G, 2 is to 1, -3, 0, and D is -3 by 2, 3 by 2. X coordinate of G. AG is 2 parts. So 2 into -3 by 2 plus 1 into -3 by 2 plus 1. 2 cancels, -3 by 3, -6 by 3, 2. Okay. -2. Okay. So when y coordinate is 2 into 3 by 2 plus 1 into 0 by 2 plus 1 cancels 3, 0. No, I don't find any mistake in the working. That should be should be n to x. 1 into -8. Now you're talking about which part of the x coordinate of G is it? Okay, in x coordinate of G, what have I written? It should be 2 into? From where -3? Oh, no. No. It is m into x2. The formula is m into x2 plus n into x1 by m plus n. By m plus n formula, by m plus n. All right, children, see, the question is to find the coordinates of the centroid. Okay, so let G, I said, consider any one of the 3 medians. Triangle ABC, you can take 3 medians, but just take any one of the 3. So I have taken the median AD. And we know that the centroid lies on all the 3 medians. So G will lie on AD. AD is a median, and the centroid will lie on all the 3 medians. So G lies on AD. The centroid G lies on AD. And G divides AD in the ratio 2:1. AG is 2 parts, GD is 1 part. Okay. Now step 1 is to find the coordinates of D. D is the midpoint of BC. So use the coordinates of B and C and find the coordinates of D using the midpoint formula. X1 plus X2 by 2, Y1 plus Y2 by 2. Add the x coordinates of B and C. Add the x coordinates of B and C. 5 - 8 by 2. And then Y1 plus Y2 by 2. Add the y coordinates of B and C. -2 plus 5 by 2. and find the coordinates of the midpoint D. So that's one part. Now take up the median AD. Median only I've taken horizontally. Now it's not that the median is median AD. I've just shown it horizontally. The median AD, I've just shown it horizontally. That's all. So you can, the horizontal thing is the median AD and G is on AD. I've just filled the information we have. We know the address of A. We found the address of D. Ratio 2:1. Now we'll find G, the coordinates of G using the section formula. When do we use section formula? To find the address of a point. Section formula is used to find the address of the point which divides a line segment in a specific ratio. Section formula is used to find the coordinates of a point that divides a line segment in a specific ratio. So here the point G divides the line segment AD or divides the median AD in the ratio 2:1. So the direct application of the section formula, find the coordinates. X coordinate of G is mx2, mx2, mx2 into nx1 by m plus n, 2 plus 1, 3. No, Arjun, are you following? Then tell me the formula to find the y coordinates of G. Y coordinate of G. Y coordinate of G, you should use my2 plus ny1 by m plus n. One minute. See. What's the value of m? N, which is x1. X2. Huh? Very good. Y2. Y1. The formula to find the x coordinate of G is mx2. Tell me what is mx2? 2 into plus nx1. 1 into by m plus n. M plus by m plus n. 2 plus 1. To find the y coordinate of G, it is my2. What is my2? Okay, plus ny1. 1 into by m plus n. Okay. Y coordinate, when you're finding the y coordinate, you'll use y1, y2. When you're finding the x coordinate, you'll use x1, x2. So we found. So the coordinates of G are -2, 1. Now we can find this using a formula like which goes like this. If the three of you can shift it, I'll turn off the AC. Okay, so same question. Same question. Coordinates of A -3, 0. B 5 -2. C -8, 5. Okay, so now x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3. Any order. Anybody can be x1, y1. Then one of the others x2, y2 and the remaining x3, y3. Any order you can mark. Now the coordinates of the centroid is given by the formula x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3, comma y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3. By 3. Okay, so in this question, applying that here, The coordinate, see, you can write the coordinates like this also. You can write x coordinate of G. What is the x coordinate of G? X1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3. What is the y coordinate of G? y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3. தனித்தனியா கண்டுபிடிச்சு அப்புறம் bracketல எழுதலாம், or you can directly find like this. So it will be -3 plus 5 minus 8 by 3, comma 0 minus 2 plus 5 by 3. So G minus 7 by 3. No, 1 2 minus 6 by 3, comma 3 by 3. So G minus 2, comma 1. See, minus 2. All right. So this you can use for objectives. So the coordinates of the centroid are given by the formula x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3, y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3. 3 you can remember because the ratio is 2:1, no? So 2 plus 1, 3. The ratio is 2:1. So 2 plus 1, 3 is the ratio. I'm sorry, 3 is the total. Yeah. Or. So this is the formula to find the coordinates of the centroid. Take down this, children. The same question we are answering using the formula.
Ma'am, I have a doubt.
Yeah, sure. Ask me.
Ma'am, irrespective of what the ratio is, can we take the denominator as 3?
What is the ratio?
Ma'am, here it's 1, ma'am.
No. No, 1 minute. Just forget that you have done this. See, like. Okay, now see here. Just look at question number 2. We'll answer question number 2. Okay. Triangle A -1, 0, B 5, -2, and C 8, 2. There is no ratio at all here. There's no ratio. If you want to use a formula, coordinates of G given by -1 plus 5 plus 8 by 2, by 3, 0 minus 2 plus 2 by 3. So G 13, 12 by 3, 0 by 3. So the coordinates of centroid 4, 0.
Okay, ma'am.
There's no ratios if you're using this method. This is fixed because the centroid divides the median in the ratio 2:1. This is fixed. The ratio is fixed. This is one procedure. This is another method altogether. This is using the formula which can be used for MCQs. This one is not for MCQs, like 2-3 marks. You can use this method.
Okay, ma'am.
Finish this one, all of you. Yeah, you can do the second one. I've already worked it. Take the second question, find the centroid. Just find it using the formula. Just find it using the formula. Take down the second subdivision, 15 to and find the centroid only using the formula. You can write the formula. G is equal to x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3, y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3.
Complete, ma'am.
Yeah. Done this one? Finished? Now we'll do the third one using this procedure, but not using the median on BC. We'll use some other median. Okay. Take down the third question. Find the centroid, the third subdivision. I've taken any median. CM is a median, correct? CM is a median on AB. Okay. So G lies on the median CM. But from where to where is 3 parts? From the vertex to G. From the vertex C to G is 2 parts. And from G to the midpoint is 1 part. So first step is to find the coordinates of the midpoint M. Using A and B. Using A and B because M is the midpoint of AB. Okay. M is the midpoint of AB. So using A and B as x1, y1, x2, y2, you should find the coordinates of M. Midpoint. So x1 plus x2, y2, y1 plus y2, y2. That's the first step. Now take up the median. MC or CM is the median. Mark the information correctly. See, MC is the median or CM is the median. G lies on it. MG is 1 part. I have not changed anything. See, from the vertex C to the median is 2 parts. I have marked it correctly. And from the median to the, from the centroid to the midpoint is 1 part. I've written the coordinates of M and C. Ratio 1:2. Now, how will you find the x coordinate of G? M x2 plus n x1 by m plus n. And m y2 plus n y1 by n plus n. If you find using the formula, for the formula, you don't have to find anything. Directly, you have x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3. Just use the formula x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3, y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3. You will get the same answer. You should get the same answer. Any questions? Children online? Yeah, online students, use the emoji, raise your hand. Danya, Krishmi, Madhamita, Rakshita, Navya, and Raja. Okay. Any questions, children? Understood?
No doubts.
Yeah. Yeah, try. All the 3 are similar questions. Do the 3rd one. All these 3 are similar questions, but try the 3rd one, children. You try it and then I'll work the answer. Don't use the formula x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3. Don't use that. We'll do it using that also, but without using that formula, work the answer. Correct? Oh, minus 1 by 3. Sorry, sorry. Yeah, minus 1 by 3. Minus 1 by 3. So it will be minus 4, right? Okay, so first we need to represent the information given diagrammatically. So that's more easy to understand the information given. So do that. And then when you look at this, it'll be convenient to take this median CD because you know the coordinates of A and B, right? Since you know the coordinates of A and B, it's easy to find the midpoint of AB. You know the coordinates of A, you know the coordinates of B. So it's easy to find the midpoint. It's easy to find the coordinates of the midpoint of AB. So I marked D, the midpoint of AB, because we can find the coordinates. Then if you have marked the midpoint D, you should take the median CD. You should take the median CD. That's how we take this figure. Because we know the coordinates of A and B, it's easy to find the coordinates of the midpoint of AB. So I mark the D. So then you have to take the median CD and the centroid G lies on CD. Okay, so let's start by finding the coordinates of D, midpoint. X1 plus X2 by 2, Y1 plus Y2 by 2. D is the midpoint of A, B. So you should use the address of A and B. A will be X1, Y1, B is X2, Y2, and find the coordinates of the midpoint, D. Now CD is the median. So I've taken it separately. You can see the diagram separately. DC is the median. And vertex is C. C to G is 2 parts, correct? And G to D is 1 part. And I've represented all that we know. Ratios 1:2. Then D address we know. G also is given in the question. But we have to find the address of C, the vertex C. So I've called it A and B. Or you can call it X3, Y3, anything. So how do you start? When you know the X coordinate and the Y coordinate of the point of division, write that. You know the X coordinate of the point of division. X coordinate of G is 5/3. You know the X coordinate of the point of division, 5/3, write that. And under that, well, how do you find the X coordinate of G? Mx2 plus nx1 by m plus 1 is equal to 5/3. So on substituting the values here, you will get the value of A. Do the same thing for the Y coordinate of G. Y coordinate of G is minus 1/3. So Y coordinate means my2 plus ny1 by m plus n is equal to minus 1/3. So work and you get B. Now put A and B together to find the address of C. All right. You can also find this using, so if this is for, if this is a part of MCQs, then you can do it using the formula. We'll do that now. Three, two.
Ma'am, can you please show the question slide for a second?
Yeah.
No, ma'am, the previous one, question slide.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. How much? 5/3? The others are correct? -2, 1. Yes. Okay. So now how do you find the centroid? What's the formula to find the centroid? So we'll write like this. X coordinate of G is equal to what? 5/3. What's the y coordinate of G? Y coordinate of G is equal to minus 1 by 3. But how do you find the x coordinate of G? X1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3 is equal to 5 by 3. And how do you find the y coordinate? So what's x1? 3 minus 2 plus a. Okay, you can take this x3 itself also. Or I've marked it a, so I'm taking a by 3 is equal to 5 by 3. So 3 cancels. So you get 1 plus a is equal to 5. A is equal to 4. Then y1. So 2 plus 1 plus b by 3 is equal to minus 1 by 3. 3 cancels. So 3 plus b is equal to minus 1. B is equal to minus 4. So C is given by 4 comma minus 4. You can also do this. This is using the formula to find the centroid. This is without that formula, using the section formula. Yeah. So this is the alternate approach. Yeah, you have to take down this. Finish working this. Please take down this. You finish your exams at school? Yes. Finished, huh? Half yearly exam is over. When did you finish? No, for KNMS, it's just begun, is it? Starting when? 19th to 27th. So till the end of the month. You have? Finished, Ritika? Online students? This is over?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
All right. So you can try the others. 1 and 2 we have not done here. Okay, I'll send the picture on WhatsApp. Yeah, do this. Correct? Somebody want to say something? Okay, so it's important to represent the information diagrammatically. Because C is the midpoint. The x coordinate of C is 1 and the y coordinate of C is 2a plus 1. Write that first. So how do you find the x coordinate of C? x1 plus x2 by 2. So 2a minus 2 by 2 is equal to 1. And how will you find the y coordinate of C? y1 plus y2 by 2. 4 plus 3b by 2. So on working this, we'll get the values of a and b. Yeah, children, if you have not got it or not presented correctly, please take it down now. I'll wait. Done. Did we do this in the test the other day? The line segment joining these 2 points is trisected at find the values. No, I don't think we did this. Yeah. Try this, children. So what is P? P is the x coordinate of the point of division. P is nothing but the x coordinate of the point of division. How will you find that? mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n. Do it in the next slide. Hmm. Yeah. Draw the diagram separately for every working so that you substitute the values correctly. If you're looking at that one main figure, you might go wrong. So first, read the question and make one figure. Then further for working, you might not need the whole thing. Further, for working, you might not need all the information. So you make another line segment and take only that information which you're going to use in your working. So you can see the next diagram. I've taken the line segment AB with only P on it. And P divides AB in the ratio 1:2. I've taken only that. So that I'm meaning I don't make a mistake while substituting values. And always whenever the point of the x coordinate or the y coordinate of the point of division, write that. X coordinate of the point of division P is, write that. Then you'll know how your presentation will look good. So here we have to find the x coordinate of P, which is P. So write that x coordinate of P is P. Then how to find the x coordinate mx2 and x1 by m plus n, then substitute. Likewise, to find Q, in the line segment, show only that information which you're going to use in the formula. So you don't see here, you don't see P. The point P you don't see here. Ratio is 2:1, AQ, QB 2:1. And here you have to find the small letter q, which is a y coordinate of q. The y coordinate of the point q is a small letter q. Then the formula m by 2 n by 1 m plus n is equal to q. Yes, you can also work by taking P as the midpoint of AQ. Yes, you can also work by taking P as a midpoint of AQ. Very good. You can do that. Will do that? Yes. You've done that? Yeah. Okay. Or okay, so AQ 3 comma minus 4. This one is 5 by you've taken PB line segment or AQ line segment. Anything you can take. AQ you've taken. Okay. 5 by 3 comma Q. Anything you can take. A 3 comma minus 4. Q is this one. And we already found P. No, we already found no 7 by 3 comma minus 2. 7 by 3 comma minus 2. You can take this line segment or you can also take PB. PB, where Q is the midpoint of PB. You can take that also. So here, what is X? Which is the midpoint? P is the midpoint, right? P is the midpoint of AQ. So what is the X coordinate? X coordinate of P. Actually, you don't need the X coordinate here. You need to use only the Y coordinate because you have to find Q, right? Where is Q? Yeah, you don't need to find. Yeah, so Y coordinate of P is equal to minus 2. Because where is that Q? That small letter Q. It's x1, y1, x2, y2 it is. So use the Y coordinate. Y coordinate of P is equal to minus 2. How do you find the Y coordinate of P? Y1 plus y2. Y2 is equal to minus 2. What is y1? Minus 4. Plus y2, q. Y2 is equal to minus 2. So minus 4 plus q is equal to minus 4. So q is equal to minus 4 plus 4, 0. You've done it a different way, I think. You're looking confusion. Huh? Oh, okay, fine. Okay. Yes. So Arjun has used only the midpoint formula for both the cases. That also is fine. He's used only the midpoint formula for both the cases. That's fine. Okay. You can. The second part is fine. Online students, if you want, you can take it. Just share the picture just in case. I think I'll share all this as homework. Just a minute. Just explain one sum. You can do that by yourself. 1 second. So see here, find the centroid of the triangle. Find the centroid of the triangle formed by the straight lines. So you can see 3 equations there. You can see 3 linear equations in 2 variables x and y. So we know that a linear equation in x and y represents a straight line. Okay, so you can see 3 linear equations in x and y. So the 3 straight lines you can see, the 3 straight lines. Find the center of the triangle formed by the straight lines. So these 3 straight lines enclose a triangle ABC. These 3 straight lines enclose a triangle ABC. You need to find the centroid. You need to find the centroid of the triangle ABC. All right. Okay. Now, now these 2 lines, this line which is given by x minus y is equal to 0, and this line which is given by 2x minus y is equal to 0. They intersect here, right? Now, when we solve two equations, go back to the chapter linear equations and two variables x and y, a pair of linear equations and two variables x and y. When you solve a pair of equations, you get a solution set, right? You will get x is equal to something, y is equal to something. What is that? That's a solution to the two equations. And what is that solution? That's the point of intersection. That's the point of intersection of the two lines. When you solve those two equations, you get a value for x and y, and we say solution set, whatever, x comma y is a solution set. What is that? That is the solution to the two equations. And what is the solution to these two equations? It's a point of intersection, the point where these two lines meet. This answer only you're getting algebraically. When you solve two equations and you write an equation, elimination method, you work and you get x is equal to something, y is equal to something. What is this? What is this? Supposing you get 2, 3. That means the two lines, they intersect at the point 2, 3. That's the meaning. Okay. So when you solve this equation, x minus y is equal to 0 and 2x minus y is equal to 0. When you solve, you will get the values of x and y. They will be the coordinates of the point A, because A is where they meet. A is the point of intersection. Again, when you solve this equation and this equation, this one and this one, which is x minus y is equal to 0, and this one, which is x plus y is equal to 6, they meet here, no? So you'll get the values for x and y, What is that? That's those are the coordinates of this point B. Similarly, when you solve these two equations, when you solve 2x minus y is equal to 0 and x plus y is equal to 6, the two lines meet here. So that answer for x and y will be the coordinates of C. So like this, you must solve the equations and find the coordinates of the vertices A, B, and C. The solution set will be the solution set. On solving the equations, the solution set you get will make the vertices of A, will make the coordinates of the vertices, of A, B, and C. That's what you see here. Okay. So I've solved the equations, and yeah. So then once you get the coordinates, then you can find the central. In a lengthy working like this, you can use the formula. In a lengthy working like this, you can use the formula. But if you're again, like worried that if you might lose marks, then you should use that again. Not needed. In a lengthy procedure like this, you can use a formula. Safe 2:1 ratio தான் யூஸ் பண்ணணும். Because nobody can answer. எல்லாத்துலயுமே சின்ன questions இருந்துட்டே தான் இருக்கும். So safe எந்த ஆன்சர் பண்ணா கண்டிப்பா வரும் மார்க், அதையே பண்ணிடுங்க. Okay. This is fine. So okay, I'll share this on WhatsApp so you complete this also. All right, online children. So that's it for today's session. Thank you so much. You may leave the call. Thank you, children.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, children. Thank you. Good night. Thank you, children. Good night.